Graffiti letters. Some consist of various details. In this video, I'll be breaking down 5 of them that I personally use. Remember that there's no right or wrong way to implement these details as you're starting. You soon learn that certain things stick and certain things don't. You'll always feel what suits your letters best. The first detail in this list is what I call cuts. Cuts are fine point details that stem from the outline. If you feel like you want your letters to look more crisp instead of simple and solid, cuts are a good detail to add. They bring more into the letter than just a basic outline. It definitely adds structure to the letters with a bit more depth. Using these simple and solid letters, I'll be implementing each detail onto them one by one to show you what they bring to the table. Once I start adding cuts, the letters start to be a bit more sculpted with more definition compared to how they originally were. Cuts work and look the best when they are placed inside of the letter, where certain parts of the letter or letters seem to collide. The second detail on this list are cracks. Cracks are details that again stem from the outline. They're used to give your letter a look to make it seem as if it's breaking down or almost falling apart, just like a brick. A brick is the finest example of this detail. When you crack a brick, the broken lines that appear are similar to the details used on the letter. Once I start placing cracks onto the letters, certain areas start to look as if they're falling apart or crumbling. That's the look that we're going for. Cracks look the best when they're spread apart throughout the letters consistently. This detail is used worldwide. The third detail on the list is parts and bits of the letter falling off. This detail has the letter looking disoriented from its original posture, sometimes even having a piece of the letter look as if it's dangling. This detail can be used in the form of thin rectangles and half-cut circles throughout the letters. Placing this detail on your letters isn't too difficult. They work the best on a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line. Once you find that line, you improvise and see what suits your letter best, whether it be a thin rectangle or a half-cut circle. Now the fourth detail is, come on now, arrows. Everyone should know what an arrow is. Arrows come in all shapes and sizes. I feel like arrows are used to give letters some ism, some creativity. Arrows can be used as an extra piece in the letter to not make the letter seem so boring, to give it an extra kick. You can honestly use an arrow anywhere. Knowing where to implement it so your letter can look fly is the key though. As I mentioned, you have a variety when it comes to arrows. You can implement a simple one or one with a bit more style. Finding somewhere to place your arrow might be a bit tricky. You can place arrows up, down, left, or right. You can even add an arrow on a horizontal, vertical, or diagonal line as well. The final detail on this list are whips. Whips are crazy. They're definitely a part of the style that I've developed. Whips start off thick and end up shrinking as you bring it to a closing point. They're used to give your letter a whiplash effect, bringing in something new to the letter. Whips use a circular motion, just keep that in mind. Implementing whips is quite a task. It's more of a detail you add onto your letter as you're sketching it, once you're familiar with your letters, of course. And as I mentioned, whips move in a circular motion. So as you're sketching, you want to keep that in mind. When you're flowing with your letters, having that detail in mind helps a lot with making your letter look fly. Whips can also range from big to small, long to short. With that being said, this is what the final product looks like of adding every single detail onto what once were simple letters. Keep in mind that you don't have to use every single detail on your letters. Feel free to switch it up a bit. You can exclude some details and pick up on the ones you like, if that's how you're feeling. It's all free range. I really hope you guys learned something today and enjoyed the video. There's way more than 5 details you can add onto your letters. These were just a couple I personally wanted to share with y'all. I'll be doing a couple more videos related to this topic, So if you guys have any other details in mind, drop them in the comments and I'll cover them. Don't hesitate to like the video and subscribe. Share this video with someone who likes graffiti letters as much as you do, so y'all can step your game up together. Until next time, peace.